All right, good evening. You're welcome to Tutorials with From Eternity the Schoolboy. Today we are going to take a look at English language. And in English language class, in our English language class, we started with, in this center, we started with parts of speech, that is lexical items. And we specifically started with nouns. Today we go into the common errors in the usage of what? Noun. Errors. Errors we commit while using nouns. So common usage errors we encounter in the use of what? Noun. Common errors we encounter in the use of nouns. Today, our reference books are Common Errors in the Use of English, 2015 edition by Professor Joy, AEC, and Catch Up English Language for SSC UME by C. Ukwebu et al. Okay, so we are talking about common usage errors. Common what? Usage what? Errors. So these common usage errors is from time to time the error we commit knowingly or unknowingly while using what? Nouns. So let's go into that. Are we together? Okay, good. Okay. Okay. One error we commit frequently is the use of uncountable nouns. In the same way we use what? Countable nouns. We commit this error. Frequently. We use uncountable nouns the same way we use countable nouns. You remember that our skit? Advice. Staff. Yeah, this is where it came from. Correcting how to use errors in the use of what? Uncountable nouns, as if you are using what? Countable nouns. Okay, remember when we are treating the types of noun, we say that uncountable nouns do not distinguish between what? Singular and what? Plural. True of us. Uncountable nouns do not distinguish between singular and what? Plurals. So while using uncountable nouns, no matter what you are using it for, they will always be treated as what? Singular. Am I communicating? Uncountable nouns will always be what? Treated as what? Singular. So if they should be treated like singular, that means, of course, they should not end with what? S, right? Right? So they should not occur with plural ending S. Are we together? They should not occur with plural ending what? S. Maybe advices. They are not like advices. Are we together? Advices. Offsprings. We discussed offspring, right? Remember, we gave offspring as an example of what? Uncountable what? Now, so they're nothing like offsprings. They're not like advices. Then information is an uncountable noun. They're nothing like what? like informations. Then news, be careful here. News end in what? S, right? But you will not say because if you want to write the plural, you start saying newses. News is what? News. These are countable words. Now, are we together? Are we together? Good. So the error we commit is that one that we normally put what? Some people will put S. I've seen somebody that was speaking to another person. The person said, I told you, all the informations we gathered, all the informations. The person probably ignorance was the case, right? Good. So please, we are here to do what? Enlighten us in the use of what? Now. So you don't say informations. You don't say what? Informations. Okay, let's continue. So let's deal with information first. Let's deal with what? Information. So if that's the case, that means it's wrong to say the informations, all the informations we gathered here. Can you not say we are or was? Since we are using plural, let me put we are. We are what? Given to him. All the informations we gathered, we are given to him. Is that correct? It's correct. Wow. First to say that it's correct. First to say that this sentence is what? Correct. Is it correct? Is it correct? Ezu? So what made it wrong? Tell us. Why is it wrong? All the informations we gathered, we are giving to him. Why is it wrong? Is it wrong? So why is it wrong?
The informations.
What happened? What happened with informations?
It's not supposed to be in plural form.
Is what?
It's not supposed to be in plural form.
In plural form. So okay, what was the right? Correct the sentence.
All the information we gathered, we are giving to him.
All the information. Okay, let me clean. Oh, sorry, I don't get to be confused. The informations we gathered, we are giving to him. You say what? Correct it. The sentence. Look, correct this sentence now. I'll remove all. Feel free, just say that in your mind. Say it, feel free. Don't I will not laugh. Just say it.
All the information.
I'll remove all. Just continue with the information.
The information we gathered, we are giving to
where?
Was given to.
Now, please be careful. Even though we have not done verb, but this is a plural verb, right? Right? We are what? So this was what? Given, right? Right? The information we gathered was what? Given to him. Am I communicating? Am I communicating? Good. Now let's look at another one. Equipment. Okay. Okay. Yes. That's what he corrected now. This is I asked a question. So where we are you? I wrote this sentence on the board and I ask, is this correct? Some said yes, some said no. And I asked if he correct the sentence, which he corrected. He said the information we gathered was given to him. Where? Is this singular or plural? No, was and where is this singular or plural? It's plural now. So was is what? Singular. Am I communicating? So because this information here is a singular form, it should go with this verb here should be what? This should be what? This should be what? What type of verb is it? Is it auxiliary verb? Is it auxiliary? It came from is. Hope you know. No one will still do verb. This came from what? Is, was, where. By the time we do verb, you understand. Look up. Is. This came from the verb is. Is what? Singular, present. Is plural what? Present. Are we together? Is a singular, present. Is plural what? Present. Was a singular, past, right? Is not present, right? Then where is plural but what? Past, right? So all this thing came from the verb is. Am I communicating? Am I communicating? Don't worry, we'll still do verb. I just want you to know that this should go with what? Was, not because information is what? Singular. Am I making sense? Am I? So you don't say I wear we that let me use singular. Let me forget about information. Okay. She we are beautiful. We are beautiful. Maybe we want to describe somebody that maybe we are okay. Maybe we want to say that somebody when the person was in school. Maybe we want to describe this person's brilliance when the person was in school. You wouldn't say she were brilliant when she were brilliant in school. She were brilliant. What would you say? She was, because was is what? Singular, right? So you should go with what singular what? So subject, right? True of us. If you could talk about they, will you say they was? It should be they were. True of us. They were. So because the information here, this information here should be in singular form. So this should be also what? Singular, not what? Plural. Does it make sense? So the information we gathered was given to him. That's the correct what? Sentence. Are we together? Now, let's look at equipment. Make a sentence with equipment. Make a sentence with equipment.
There are some equipment.
Some what? Equipment. No S. Are you sure?
Yes, sorry. S.
Okay, SD. Okay. We have what? We have what? Some what? Equipment. Where? In our Where? Room. Kamsis, give us a sentence. Now let's look at this sentence. We have some equipments in our room. Is it correct? Is that sentence correct? Chin will say that it's not correct. So why Chin? Why is not correct? Okay, before we conclude, I want to give another sentence, another example. Put this one down. There are no equipments in our laboratory. So we correct two of them now. There are no what? Equipments in our what? Laboratory. There are no equipments in our laboratory. Who can? These two sentences, are they correct? Number one, you said it's not correct. The first one is not correct, right, Chinwe? You say we have some equipment in our laboratory. It's not correct. Number two, is number two correct? No. So what is wrong with number two? There are no equipment in our laboratory. What is wrong with number two? Tell us.
They are. They are is not supposed to be.
Okay, what should be there?
Is.
Just make the correct sentence.
There is no equipment in our laboratory.
Equipment. Should I be S there?
No.
No. So why do you say so? What is the reason behind this sentence you gave us now? No reason. See, English language has formula, just like we have in mathematics and calculation. But most people don't even know that English language has what? Formula. There must be formula. It's very important. You should know the formula. You don't just say anything you want to say without a formula. So tell us, why do you say that the correct sentences? There is no equipment in the laboratory. Who knows? Who can tell us? Who can tell us? Oh yeah.
Is it because that equipment?
Are you asking me or what? Am I asking because you're asking me again? Is it because?
Okay, that equipment is supposed to be singular.
Why?
Because it's an uncountable noun.
Good. Equipment is an uncountable noun, so there should be no S there. It should be equipment. Never in your life say equipment is wrong. Okay. Learn that one today. Don't say informations. Don't say equipments. Correct the full sentence. I want to look at the full sentence. Give me the correct full sentence.
There are no equipment in our laboratory.
There are no equipment. Don't worry, we'll still do Concord. Look at this thing.
There is no equipment in our laboratory.
Why do you say so?
Because the rule of Concord says that when this thing is singular, the object is singular, the subject should also be singular.
Subject what? Which subjects?
No.
Which subjects?
I don't know how to give it.
She said the correct one is there is no equipment in laboratory. And I ask, why did you say there is? What do you use is there? You don't know? Chinwe, do you know? Sit up. Do you know?
About singular, and that is present. We're talking about present tense.
Continue now. See, why? Look at the sentence I gave us. I said the sentence reads, "There are no equipments in our laboratory." We have error in this here now, right? And also an error in what? This and equipment must agree. There must be concord. We call it concord. This here is a verb, right? It must agree with what? Equipment. But we say that equipment here, there is nothing like equipment. Equipment is an uncountable what? Noun. Because equipment is an uncountable noun, you don't need what? This S. So it should just be what? Equipment. Now, if equipment is an uncountable noun, if the uncountable nouns are singular, they should always appear as singular. That means this verb, this are is plural, right? Remember what I said here about is, are. This are is what? Plural, is plural. That means what should be here should be what? Singular. Is it clear? What should be here should be what? Singular. So here should be what? Is. So you can tally with equipments here because you remove this s. You have what? Equipment. So the correct sentence is what? There is no equipment in our what? Laboratory. Do you now understand the reason? Izuchukwu? You should what? There is no equipment in our laboratory. Let's take a look at the first one. We have some equipments in our what? Room. We have some equipments in our room. Chinwe, is it correct? What is wrong with this? Equipment is the problem. Am I communicating? Equipment is what? The problem. So this S should do what? Go. Am I communicating? I like how you said it. Kamsi. I like this thing you put here. Some equipment. But and even if this S should not be here, I like this sum you put it. But the time we do determiners, you will understand it better. Am I communicating? By the time we do determiners, you understand this better. We see treat what? Determiners as a what? Topic. Are we together? Are we together? We will still treat what? Determiners as what? A topic. Under determiners, this sum is there. We call it what? Quantifier. We call it what? Quantifier. By the time we treat determiners, you understand this. This sum here is called quantifier. It quantifies this. Maybe the equipment there may be not be one. It may not be one or you may have more than. You may have different equipment in that room. Am I communicating? You may have different equipment in that what? Room. Because you have different equipment for this one, in that room, you can use a quantifier to quantify it. You can say we have some equipment in the what? Room, in our room. You don't say remove that S. S must not follow equipment. But you can quantify it if you have different types there. You can simply say we have some equipment. Or you can say we have different types of equipment. We are quantifying it now. But you don't put S behind what? Equipment. Is what? Wrong. This is where Wire Kanjam will be dealing with people, flogging people with cane. Flogging people with cane because of these rules. We must do what? Follow. Are we together? Are we together? Is it clear? So this one, we have some equipment. It's okay. But remove that what? S. Are we together? Are we following? Are we following? Okay. The one that is common, the one that is common, they will say, let's look at advice. I listed some uncountable nouns here, right? In our first class, right? Good. Now, advice is also an uncountable what? Noun. Advice is also an what? Uncountable what? Noun. So, can someone give me an example? I thought you give me an example of this. I give us an example. Give us an example of this. Give us an example of this. It's okay. See that. Thank you. Let's look at this sentence. Put it down. This sentence from this textbook, Errors in Use of English by Professor Joy Eyisi. It says, my mother gave me an advice during the holidays. My mother gave me an advice during the what? Holidays. My mother gave me an advice during the holidays. Let's look at this sentence now. My mother gave me an advice. These errors are important. We commit these errors every day. Three of us, we commit them. Equipments, an advice, informations. Three of us, good. So after this class, if I see any of you committing this grammatical crime, I will deal with you personally. I will send you to grammatical prison, where you learn how to speak what? Correct what? English. Now let's go. My mother gave me an advice during the what? Holidays. What is wrong with this sentence?
That and there.
Why? What's the reason for that? Saying that and there is a problem. Do you agree with her that the problem is what? And do you agree? 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 Now tell us, why is this innocent and the problem? Because that and there is very, very innocent. So why is it the problem? Tell us. What offense has this and committed? Oh yeah, who can tell us what offense this and committed? Any idea? The and there is what? A determiner. I agree with you, but is that the problem? Is it because it's a determiner? Yes, I agree. Under determiners, we have determiners that are articles. And is an article, right? What type of article is and? Hey, don't worry, you learn them. You learn all those things. And is a determiner, I know. I agree with you. But that is not the reason why is the problem. But and is a determiner. Is a determiner. Under determiner, we have quantifiers, we have articles. Under articles, we have definite articles and what? Indefinite articles, right? Right? So, under definite articles, V is a definite article, right? A is also a definite article, right? And A follows a consonant. If the next word is a consonant, use what? A, right? If the next word is a word, use and, right? But that A and an is the problem. Why do we not use, why using and there or A is a problem? That what I want to find out.
Yeah, you cannot use an article, like a definite article, before an uncountable noun.
Why? Why?
Because an is
Who can explain this better? Who? I need the better explanation. Who can explain this better for us? Who? Anybody that can explain this well now will drink RC. Anybody that can explain this, I give 2 minutes. Anybody that can explain it will drink RC. Anybody that can explain this thing now will drink RC.
advice is an uncountable noun.
I agree.
So an uncountable noun, you can't use an,
Why?
because an is countable.
It's countable. You're going there, but you're not. I want you to hit the nail. Hit the hammer on the hit it. You are running around. You have the idea, but I want you to explain it better. As in, put it together and give me a sound. This thing. 30 seconds to go. Nobody. My house will go back to me. I agree with you, but that's not the reason. There's something you're missing. There's something I want you to explain. Okay, now let me explain. You tried, but there is vague. You are trying to. Okay, have RC. Now listen. Let me explain. I told you that and a, these things are what? Articles, right? Good. Articles are one of the what? Determiners. Are we together? Articles are one of the what? Determiners. And an or a, both of them are what? Articles. Indefinite what? Articles. I told you where you can use a and where you can use what? An. But there's something I want to point out. The moment you say a, that means there should be what? There should be what? 2, 3, 4 of that thing. True of us? True of us? The moment you say a bicycle, right? That means you can also say 2 bicycles. True of us? That's the meaning. The moment you say an orange, that means you can say 2 oranges. You can also say 3 oranges, 4 oranges. The moment you say a chair, you can you say 2 chairs? How many chairs are here? How many? 2, right? 3, 4. That's the meaning, right? So because of this thing now, these articles should come before what? Countable noun. Am I communicating? They should come before what? Countable nouns. Because the moment you say a, that means you have started counting. True or false? If you say a, you have started doing what? Counting already. It's not true. That means you can also comfortably say 2, 3, 4. So because of that now, it is now a rule that these indefinite articles must. It is even a must. You can never in your life. This now I'm about to say now is another category of error we commit. You can never write a countable nouns without putting these articles. It's a problem. I'm not communicating. You should put them. Okay? You cannot say orange. You cannot say orange. You say an orange. True or false? True or false? Good. Now, we'll talk about that error later. So, because they must appear before countable nouns, you don't bring them in before what? You don't use them before what? Uncountable nouns. You know you don't use them before uncountable nouns, but I wanted you to really explain the reason, but you couldn't. But you try, sir. You said to give you half RC. Now you remove this thing. Remove an. It becomes what? My mother gave me advice during the what? Holidays. Are we together? My mother, see how to write this thing. If you write something, if you write it. If you write one, you write the what? Wrong, right? Then, as I'm explaining, you write the reason why it's what? Wrong. Are we together? Then you now write the correct one. That's how to put down this type of thing. This type of what? This what is it called? Expressions. Am I communicating? Now, I say that the correct one is what? My mother gave me what? Advice during what? Holidays. During what? The holidays, right? During what? The what? Holidays. Now, if you must put something before that advice. If you must put something before what? That what? Advice. You put what? Quantifiers. You put what? Quantifiers. You put what? Quantifiers. Now you can say my mother gave me what? Some advice. It's correct, okay? You can put my mother gave me what? Some what? It's correct. My mother gave me some advice during the what? holidays is correct. You can also say, my mother gave me a piece of advice. A piece of advice is also what? Correct. You can also say, my mother gave me what? A what? Piece of what? Advice. It's also what? Correct. Am I communicating? Instead of saying, my mother gave me an advice, simply say, my mother gave me advice during the holiday. Or you say, my mother gave me some advice during the what? Holidays. Or you can also say, my mother gave me a piece of what? Advice. So you can, the same way you can say some information. Am I communicating? You can also say what? A piece of what? Information. Are we together? Good. So we did this error we are describing now, using error we commit by using non-countable now as if they are what? Countable. Because if you put an here, you are using advice, which is a non-countable now, as if it's what? A countable what? Now. Is it clear? Okay.
So that means that we can use these modifiers before all uncountable nouns.
Most of them, yes. Most I have encountered, yes. That is that if you must use them more, depending on the nature of the sentence you are constructing. Am I communicating? Good. So these are some of the errors. There are many. We have. I gave assignment. I gave people an assignment about listing uncountable nouns, right? In our first class. I did not. Okay. Cancer, are you with us? It's clear, right? So have you been committing this error? Have you? Good. You have you? Have you? Have you? Steady. Okay, now let's continue. So I want you to list. Okay. Let me look for another example where we make the mistake of using non-countable noun as a what? Countable what? Now. Hey, look at this. If we commit this blunder, I have a good news for you. Is it correct? Why? I have a good news for you. You speak like that. You make such a trust. Yeah, right. You, okay? Don't lie. Right? Faces. Don't lie. Say the truth. Faces is an honest guy. Chinwe, don't lie. You have you ever told somebody, I have a good news for you? Kansi is always honest. Have you ever told somebody, I have a good news for you? I have a good news for you guys. Have you ever said that before? Are you sure?
If I come and go straight to the point.
Now, I have what? A good news for you. I have a good news for you. Is news a countable or an uncountable now? Countable. So because it's an uncountable now, that A in front of good news is what? What is it? What about determiner? Article. So where do we use it? What happened to if you use it before a what? If the noun following it is what? Start with what? A what? No, it's a consonant now. A consonant. So G is what? Good. The word here is G. G is what? Good, right? So a good news. This A, by putting this A, you want to make news to become what? A countable word now, which is wrong. So you remove that A. You can simply say, I have what? Good news for you. Simple. I have what? Good news for you. You can also say, I have a piece of good news for you. It's correct. Okay? I have a piece of what? Good news for you. Maybe there are three different news you want to, three different things you want to tell the person. You can simply say, I have three pieces of what? Good news what? For you. Am I committing? I have three pieces. You are not quantifying it. Are we together? You can quantify an uncountable what? Now by applying what? Quantifiers. Are we together? You can say, I have a piece of good news, or I have three pieces of what? Good news for you. Rice. Is rice a countable noun or an uncountable noun? Rice. Is rice a countable or uncountable noun? Chinwe. You. Are you sure? Are you sure that rice is an uncountable noun? That's why, have you ever seen have you heard something like, I ate 2 rices. I ate 2 rices. I ate what? 2 rices. 3 rices. Maybe they cook rice here. Now I ate 20 rices. How does it even sound to your hearing? It's somehow, right? But you can quantify it. You can say a grain of rice. True of us. A grain of what? Rice. You can say 2 grains of what? Rice. I'm not communicating. You can say a cup of what? You can quantify it by a cup. A cup of what? Rice. True of us. A cup of what? A bag of what? Rice. Does it make sense? Water. Is water countable or uncountable now? Will you say waters? Will you say waters? Good. You get a cup of what? Water. A bucket of what? Water. You are quantifying with something. Am I communicating? Is there 10 buckets of what? Water. You cannot count it in buckets or gallons or drums or tank. Does it make sense? So that is how uncountable now. That is what. So we should avoid these what? Errors. Let me see if I can get an error from this textbook by Professor Joyce. Look at this sentence. The behaviors of our students are appalling. The behaviors of our students are appalling. The behaviors of our students are what? Appalling. What is wrong with this sentence? The behavior. Okay. What's the correct sentence? Louder. The behavior of our students are appalling. Are appalling. Correct that sentence. Chiwaya. Is appalling. Good. I thought you about agreement. The verb should agree now. How can you be using for singular? Are you putting an up here? The behavior doesn't even sound to the behavior of good. You succeeded in removing the word s to make it singular. You now came here and you forgot that this thing should be what? Is. So the correct sentence is what? The behavior of our student is appalling. Is it clear? Good. So now let's leave this. Let's go to another form of error. But before we move, In as much as the, what is it called? The singular, the uncountable nouns are always what? In singular word form, right? There are sometimes some nouns can be, there are some nouns that can be countable in a particular context or a particular use. In some other use, they become what? Uncountable. Are we together? Some nouns can be sometimes countable depending on the context and other things that surrounding the use. Sometimes they cannot be what? Countable. Sometimes they can be what? Uncountable. Now, something like abuse. Abuses can be what? The word abuse. The word what? Abuse. Do you understand what I'm saying now? Do you understand what I just said? I say that sometimes it's true that uncountable nouns are what? Singular. Right? Can be a singular in a sentence. But sometimes there are some nouns you will see, sometimes they can be used as what? Countable. Sometimes the same noun can be what? Used as what? Uncountable noun, depending on the context, how they are what? Used. I mentioned a word, abuse. Now look at this abuse. Now, abuse is not abuse, it's abuse. Abuse is when you are talking about verb, abuse. But if it's now, it's abuse. Just as you have advice. Advice is a verb. And that's the ending should change to what? S, advice. But advice, the one we see is the what? The noun. Now, abuse now. There are sometimes, if you use abuse, abuse can be to misuse something. True or false? Maybe if you use something in a way that it should not be used, it become what? So have you heard of abuses? Abuses, right? That one is what? Countable now. True or false? Countable now. Now, when you want to use it as maybe a foul language, it becomes what? Uncountable what? Now, if you want to use as a foul language, it becomes what? Uncountable now. Capital. You know the word capital. The word capital. We thought of what? Abuse, right? The word what? Capital. Are you aware that capital can be used as maybe, let's assume, seat of government? Maybe the capital of Nigeria is what? Abuja, right? Capital of Lagos State is what? Lagos, right? Is it Lagos? Ikeja is what? Where? Ikeja. Now, if you are using capital as seat of government, it becomes what? Countable now. Having this simple saying 30 states and capitals. True or false? Is it capital they say or capitals? Capitals, right? In that case now is what? Is it there? Huh? What's there? Huh? 30 states and what?
Capital.
Yeah. No, they say 30 states capital. 30 states is different. That itself. So don't follow most of this. So to say this. Most of these that are they don't even know much in English language. True of us. So you cannot use that as a what? Standard, okay? You can use that as a standard. You can Google it. You can go to Facebook, search information. Not that. Most of these people that are preparing this thing so some of them are not even educated. True of us. So So you cannot use it as what? As a standard, okay? But just know that. Now, but if you're using capital as maybe the money you use to start something, a business, you don't say capitals. Is what? Capital. Altogether, is what? Capital. So if you're using capital as a seat of government, it comes as a what? Plural. But if you're using capital, you say capital as what? Do you see anything there? Is it what you're browsing? What did you see? Even browser says some things they upload into the internet. Some of them are not true. Hope you know. Not all of them. So be careful about the site you are going to. Not all sites. Some sites are just there, uploading anything they see so as to drive traffic to their what? Site. We know all this is true of us. Not all of them should be used as what? Standard. I'm not getting, but you can still look up. Maybe Google one or two things, but don't just take everything you see there as being as what? The correct one. I'm not getting. As you go online, try to do what? Balance it with textbooks. It will help you a lot. Do you see anything there? Let me see what is there. Let me see. See it here now. What are you saying? You said they form my hand. See now, a word may have up to 2-3 meaning. True of us. The first one, capital, right? Is what? Uncountable. Look at it. Can you see uncountable now? Can you see it? The first meaning, number one is what? In bracket, you see uncountable, comma, economics. True of us. That's one I talked about. What? Money. The second one is what? Second one is also uncountable, which is money, right? To find the money used to finance the business, right? Now see the third one. What is there? The third one is what? Countable. Still the same capital, right? They wrote a city designated as what? Legislative seat. Read it for us. A city that did what?
Designated as a legislative seat by the government or some other authorities.
So seat of government is a what? Countable noun. Am I getting? So capital. If you have in mind to talk about the 36 states and the capital, you should be capitals. 36 states and their what? 36 states and capitals is what? Countable what? Now, please note this point, okay? So these are the things I'm trying to point out. Chinwe just read the first one and said that it's not countable. Please, if you search for a word either online using dictionary online or even your dictionary, a word may have up to 5 minutes. Hope you know. Are you aware? So be careful about it. And now, after this class, anytime you open your dictionary, please look at whether this word is it countable? Is it a noun? Is it countable? Is it uncountable? This will help you to speak grammatically what? Correct what? English. Am I communicating? Good. Now, so capital is what? Can be what? Countable can also be what? Uncountable. Now, game and another. There are many of them, but let me just take the ones I can see in this round up English language. Now, game. The word game cannot be used as both what? Countable and what? Uncountable what? Nouns. If you are using game as sporting activity, like game as a sport, right? It becomes what? Countable. You say games, okay? Games. True of us. Games, right? Good. Games. It becomes a countable what now? As a sporting activity. Sporting what? Activity. But are you aware that they call these wild animals game? Hope you know. Are you aware? If you are using it in that sense, like wild animals, you want to use it in that sense, it's not what? Countable. It's simply what? Game. You don't say games, okay? In that sense. It's simply what? Game. Am I communicating? is simply what? Game. All right, let's look at another one. We are talking about words that can be also be depending on the context. You use them. They can be capital and what? Sorry, they can be what? Countable at the same time. What? Uncountable, depending on how you use them. Can you see? Are you following? Are you sure? Are you following? Good. Now let's look at another one. Staff. Staff. Staff can also be used as what? Countable. It can also be used as what? Uncountable. Now, are you aware that the stick or the rod some important personnel use? Have you heard of staff of Moses? That staff of Moses. That you see you see bishops, some priests, not bishops in some churches, they carry it, right? Moses through his staff, right? And some prophet or fake other prophet, they also threw their own. Moses' own turned to what? They all turned to what? Snake, but Moses swallowed others, right? In that situation, you can say staffs because they talk of a stick or what? Rod. You can use as what? Countable. Am I communicating? But if you are talking of staff as a group of what? Workers working in a place. Group of what? Workers working in a place. Is what? Uncountable. You don't say staffs. You don't say our staff. Chinenye is our staff. It's wrong. It's what? Uncountable. You don't say, I'm not just uncountable. Is it collective now? Is staff a collective now? Yeah. Because it's a group of what? Workers, right? But it's also what? Uncountable. You don't say that Chinwendu is our staff. Is my simply say is a member of what? Our staff. Am I communicating? So staff can be used as what? Countable. It can also be used as what? Uncountable. We have actually dwelt so much on this use of non-count. There are many examples. Maybe I'll give it as what? As an assignment. Now, the second error we commit on regular basis, I want to talk about is what? Omission of determiners. Omission of determiners. Especially what? Articles. Before singular what? Nouns. Sometimes we omit. Plural nouns. You may not. If you say, once there's plural, you will forced to put how many there are, right? True of us. But where the problem normally occurs is a singular nouns. Some people don't even know. When they want to write countable nouns, they will remove determiner, especially. I told you that articles are one of the determiners we have, right? Some people mistakenly omit the word determiners, especially articles, when writing singular nouns without knowing. If you are listening to me, if you are attentive, you notice that anytime I want to say assignment, I put what? An assignment. Have you noticed that? Have you noticed that? Good. And there is a determiner, even though it's an indefinite article, but it's also a what? Determiner. You must put it. You don't say, I'll give it to you as assignment. It's wrong. Very, very what? Wrong. I'll give it to you as an what? Assignment. You don't say as assignment. Let's go there. So the second error is what? Omitting of what? Determiners, especially articles, before a what? Singular what? Now, please all know that determiner should always precede what? Singular form of what? Countable what? Now, are we together? Determiners must always, it's a must. It should precede, as in come before a what? Singular form of what? A countable what? Noun. We omit, in fact, we don't even know that this is, we be committing this, all of us here, we've committed this error without knowing. You can't deny it. Me, I committed it before I learned it. I committed it thousands of times before I learned it. So don't say you are. By the time I start giving examples, you start shouting. Is that so? Now let's go. Look at this sentence. We make this sentence I want to make now for some is from this book, catch up. Okay, not round up. Sorry, catch up English language, not round up. This one is catch up. Catch up what? English language. Now, look at this one. Example. He asked me to have seat. He asked me to have what? Seats. Look at this sentence. Let me know. Let me know who can give us a correct. He did what? He asked me to have what? Seats. Is there anything wrong with this sentence? Tell us, what's wrong with the sentence?
They omitted a before that countable noun seat.
Is seat a countable noun? Okay, so what should be there?
A seat.
Okay. Oh yeah, now this correct sentence is what?
He asked me to have a seat.
To have a seat. Do you agree with her? Do you agree with her? Chiwet, do you agree with her? Look at, he asked me to have what? Seat. Seat is a countable noun. It's a singular what? Form of a countable noun. What should come before it should be, a determinant should come here, right? A determinant should do what? Come here, right? Good. A determinant should come here. But because you don't even know the seat here, there's no particular seat in question, right? So what should be here is what? An indefinite what? Article. And why should a come instead of an? Is because S is a what? Consonant. Am I completed? So there should be a here. He asked me to have a seat. He asked me to have a seat. Okay, let's look at this second from the same catch-up English. Look at this sentence. We were asked to fill form. We were asked to fill form. Is it correct? Okay, give us the correct sentence. Can see? Give us the correct sentence. Louder, louder, louder.
You are asked to fill in form.
Why? Why?
Form is a countable noun.
Determinants.
Sorry,
Article. Article is also a terminal, but if you want to talk about the type of terminal, you specify the specific determinal is what? Article. What about article is that? Indefinite. Because there's no particular, we don't even know the form they're talking about. True of us. And even there's a particular form they're talking about, it should be the form, right? Let's assume this sentence reads, we are asked to fill the form. That means the person we are talking to knows the form you are. True of us. That one is a definite what? Article. Because the person knows the form you're talking about. But the person not just, we are asked to fill a form. Okay? Good. We are asked to fill a form. Let's look at another example from the same book, Catch Up English. It says, the teacher gave us assignments. The teacher gave us what? Assignments. The teacher gave us what? Assignment. Is it correct? Is that sentence correct? Izu? Okay. Oh yeah, the correct sentence is what?
The teacher gave us an assignment.
The teacher gave us what?
An assignment.
So why? Why do you put "and" there?
The assignment.
Because of what? Assignment is a countable noun, singular countable noun. So you should go with what? A determiner. Specifically what? An article. And this article, because it should be what? An indefinite what? Article. And why is not the teacher gave us a assignment?
Because the letter following it is
The first letter of the word following that article is what? A vowel. So it should be an what? Assignment. So the correct sentence is what? The teacher gave us what? An assignment. The teacher gave us what? An assignment. Okay, let's look at the next sentence. We are writing first. We commit this error every day in our school, even in university. We are writing first semester exam or first semester exam. We commit this error. Everybody is guilty of this one. We are writing first term for secondary school, right? Exam. For university is what? First what? Semester. For higher institution is what? Semester. Look at this sentence. We are writing, let's use higher institution. We are writing first semester exam. Is it correct? Is it correct? Is it correct? Okay, I am writing first what? Semester what? Exam. She is writing first semester what? Exam. They are. I'm writing 4 sentences. You tell me. You tell me if they are correct or not. Then correct them if they are what? Wrong. We are 4 here, 5 here. Okay, 4. We have 4 here. Anyway. Okay, you answer the last one. Okay, the remaining 4 of you will give me the answer, the correct answer to the remaining 4. These 4 questions. They are, these 4 sentences. They are writing first semester what? Exam. Ngwa. Come see ya. This first one. We are writing first semester exam. Is it correct? Is it correct? Is it correct? Why? What is wrong with it? What is wrong with it? Look up. Look up. I'm about to say something else here. Just listen carefully.
You're supposed to. We are writing the first.
Louder. We are what?
We are writing the first semester.
What is the terminal?
Yes.
But article, right? But there's something I want you to put there. We are writing our first semester exam. Good. Is this a terminal? What type of determiner is that? Who can tell us? It's not even an article, so don't even go there. Under the determiner, we have articles. We still treat determiner here. but I'm just preparing your mind towards that, okay? Under the determinants, we have articles, we have articles, we have quantifiers, we have possessives. Am I completing? Under possessive, our there is a what? Possessive determinant. Am I completing? So there must be a determinant before it, because first term, before that first, there must be what? A determinant, right? So the correct sentence is what? We are writing our first term, or let's use semester. We are writing our first semester exam. Number second one, I am writing first semester exam. Is it correct? Louder, speak out. Correct it. It seems this is blocking you up. Yeah, correct it.
I'm writing the
I'm writing
the first semester exam.
The first person is like,
I'm writing my first.
Perfect. See, try and gradually entering pronoun, even though these things are determinants. So I am gradually entering pronoun. This is a determinant. So mine is also a possessive what? Determinant. But my talks about what? First person. True of us. First person. My, right? First person singular, right? My. First person possessive but singular, right? My, right? We are writing our is still first person but what? Plural. True of us. Our first semester exam. Oh yeah. Festus, the third one. She is writing first semester exam. Correct it. Is it correct? Correct it.
She's writing her first.
Good, perfect. Good. It's still possessive, right? But what? What is the person? First, second, or third?
Second.
Boy. Third person, singular or plural? Singular, she. One person now. But third, right? You're talking about somebody else. Maybe me is the first person. I'm talking to you. Second person, about somebody else. What? Third person. I follow you. Me, I'm the what? First person. I'm talking to you, the second person. I'm about what? Kamsi. Third what? Person. I say she. Third person. She is writing her first semester exam. Oh yeah. Kamsi, oh yeah. You failed your first one. Answer this one. They are writing first semester exam. Perfect. There is possessive. What person? Perfect. Third person what? Plural. They are writing their first semester exam. I like that. Okay. I want to give an assignment on this error. Let's take some assignment. Then I will check my past question. And see whether I can pick some assignment there and also give. Let me see if I can get one or two. Okay, I want to pick an assignment from this textbook. All right, number one says, it's from Common Errors in Use of English Language. Number one says, the staffs of the university are on strike. The staffs. Okay, okay, sorry. Assignment number one, please. Assignment, just write number one. Then I want to tell you what you need to do in the assignment. Okay, put down this. I'm coming. Take down this assignment. State with reason. State with reason. State with reason whether or not each of the following sentences is correct. State with reasons. If you write reason, put bracket, put s, reason, put after reason bracket, put s, reason or reasons. What it means is, if you see something like this, what it means is reason or what? Reasons. Are we together? Instead of writing reason or reasons, it means you write it this way. It means reason or what? Reasons. Because it may be one or two reasons. Am I communicating? The reasons may be one or what? More. True or false? So state with reason or reasons whether or not each of the following sentences is correct. Okay, the sentences are follows. Number one, or A, as the case may be. The staffs of the university are on strike. The staff of the university are on strike. The staffs of the universities are on strike. The use of slangs is prohibited in formal letters. The use of slangs. The use of slangs. I think it's better I write this down. Assignments. Let me write it down so you can state with reason, comma, whether or not, comma, the following each of the following sentences is what? Correct. 1. The staffs. Can you see the board? Of the university are on strike. Number 2. The use of slangs. The use of slangs. The use of slangs is prohibited in formal letters. Number 3. We do not have enough stationaries in the what? Office. Number 4. Why are you traveling with so many luggages? Question mark. Why are you traveling with so many luggages? My mother has been undergoing some medical treatments. My mother has been undergoing some medical treatments. What? 6, right? Number 6. I will look for beautiful beddings for my bed. I will look for beautiful beddings. B-E-double-D. Beautiful beddings for my bed. Number 7. Number 7. I have got enough machineries for the factory. Chief Okonkwo, number 8. Chief Okonkwo has long beards. Number 9. I have bought enough furnitures. I have bought enough furnitures for the room. Number 10. Number 10, do you have an evidence to prove your point? Hey, let me not talk until you do your assignments and tell me the correct answer. Do you have an evidence? Do you have an evidence to prove your point? Do you have an evidence to prove your point? I think we'll stop here on the assignment. I don't know if you have any question to ask. If you have any question, ask. I want to, please, I don't know. I asked those that came early today, I asked them if they did assignment. I gave any assignment on our last English class. They said no. But you see, Mama, I don't know, Mama, look as if I gave people an assignment. I did not. Why do I feel as if I gave you people an assignment? Because we are in last class, English class. No, not today. Last English class we held here. You didn't give any assignment. Are you serious? Anyway, maybe something else. I'll be entering my mind. Okay, now. So let's see what we've got here. Let me see if I can get any question from other WAEC or JAM past question. This assignment I gave came from these common errors. Let me go to other WAEC or JAM past question. At least the exam we are preparing for. Am I completing? Let me see if I can get one or two questions from there. Then we'll take it up from there. In our next class, in our next English class, we enter what? Pronouns. Are we together? We enter what? Pronouns. Okay, put down this question. Put down this question. Sorry, this one I wrote now are under question number, that first question. Hope you know. The other that one. So actually they should be labeled A to B. A, B, C, D. So that one will be assignment 1. Am I communicating? So but we are going to the assignment 2 now. Assignment 2. Assignment 2. From the words or group of words lettered A to D. From the words or group of words lettered A to D, comma. From the words or group of words lettered A to D, comma. Choose the word or group of words that choose the word or group of words that best completes each of the following sentences. From the words or group of words lettered A to D, comma, choose the word or group of words that best completes each of the following sentences. The first sentence, you can just use A. I think A is better. Use A. Use A. The meeting of the dash will come later today. The meeting of the dash, the meeting of the dash will come later today. The meeting of the dash will come later today. A. Secretaries General. Secretaries General. B. What is this? Okay, B is Secretary Generals. Secretary Generals. The meeting of the dash will come later today. The meeting of the dash will come later today. A. Secretaries General. B. Secretary Generals. Secretary Generals. C. Secretaries Generals. Secretaries Generals. Then D. D. Secretary Generals, but after the S in generals, put apostrophe. Are you with me? The D. Secretary Generals. Then you put apostrophe after S in D. Is it clear? No, D. Just write Secretary Generals. Then after the generals now, on the generals, put apostrophe. Is it clear? Good. Now let's look for another question. All right, number B, the B part of it, of second assignment says, the teacher needs dash. The teacher needs dash. The teacher needs dash. Are we there? Huh? The teacher needs dash to write the notes on the chalkboard. The teacher needs dash to write the notes on the chalkboard. A. Chalks. A. Chalks. B. A chalk. A chalk. A. B. A is chalks. B. A chalk. C. Some chalk. Some chalk. D. Many chalks. Many chalks. Number 3, that is the C part. We are worried. We are worried by the dash. We are worried by the dash. We are worried by the dash that exists between the two factions of the party. We are worried by the dash that exists between the two factions of the party. We are worried by the dash that exists between the two factions of the party. Number 4, that is the D. Several dash we are passed at the meeting. Several dash we are passed. P-A-S-S-E-D. Where are you? No option. Why I don't know big on the mind? Which question is that again, please? Okay. A. Distractions. A. Distraction. B. Distraction. To distract somebody. Distraction. B. Commotion. C. Confusion. D. Rivalry. R-I-V-A-L-R-Y. Rivalry. Good. The fifth one. The fourth one, sorry. Several dash. Several dash were passed at the meeting. Several dash were passed at the meeting. Several dash were passed at the meeting. Passed, P-A-S-S-E-D. Several dash were passed at the meeting. A. Memoranda. A. Memoranda. B. Decisions. Decisions. C. Resolutions. Resolutions. D. Actions. 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 Okay. Number 5, right? In the second assignment. The dash toys have all been stolen. The dash toys, as in toy. The dash toys have all been stolen. Have. H-A-V-E, have. The dash toys have all been stolen. A. Children. A. Children. Children. B. Children's. Children's, just children's, no hyphen, no apostrophe. Children's. A is children, no S. B is children's, no apostrophe. Then C is children's. Then after N that ends children, there should be apostrophe before S. Are we together? In option C, write children, then write apostrophe before what? S. Then in option D, children's. After writing children's, then after S, write what? Apostrophe. Is it clear? Good. All right. Number what? 6th one, right? Okay. Margaret forgot to buy dash. Margaret forgot to buy dash. A trousers. A trousers. A trousers. That is A. Option A. A trousers. Option B. One trousers. Option B. One trousers. Option C. A pair of trousers. Option C. A pair of trousers. Option D. Plenty trousers. Plenty trousers. Plenty trousers. Plenty trousers. Now number 7, right? Number 7, right? Harry, Harry. Harry cannot do without his dash. Harry cannot do without his dash of short stories. Harry cannot do without his dash of short stories because he loves reading. Harry cannot do without his dash of short stories because he loves reading. A. File. A. File. File. B. Library. 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 C. Collection. C. Collection. D. Dictionary. D. Dictionary. Dictionary. Number 8. Number 8, are we there? Huh? This is not your book, comma. This is not your book, comma. It is dash. This is not your book, comma. It is dash. A. Andrew. This is not your book, comma. It is dash. Then option A. Andrew. Somebody's name, Andrew. 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 Option B. Option B. Andrews. Before the W that ends Andrew. Andrew puts apostrophe before the S. Are we together? Andrews, but put apostrophe after W before S. Is it clear? Then option C. Andrews, no apostrophe at all. Option C. Andrews, no apostrophe at all. Then option D. Andrews, after S, you put what? Apostrophe. This is question what? 8, right? It remains 2 questions. We'll call it a day. Number 9. Number 9. Number 9 says, my dash, then after dash, you continue. My dash house is on the next street. My dash house is on the next street. My dash house is on the next street. A. Father-in-laws. After the W, you put apostrophe, then put S. Father-in-laws. Of course, you know how to write father-in-laws now. Put your, after father, you put what? Hyphen, right? Then after in, you put what? Hyphen again before what? Law. But after law, you put apostrophe, put what? S. Option B. Option B. Option B. Fathers. After father, you put apostrophe, put S. Fathers, then in-law. But after father, you put apostrophe, put what? S. Fathers in-law. Option C. Option C. Fathers in-law. After fathers, after S, you put apostrophe. Are we together? After S, in this one, after S, you put apostrophe. Fathers in-law. Option D. Father-in-laws. After the final, after S, that S that ends the law, put what? After S, put what? Apostrophe. Father-in-laws. That's question 9. All right, number 10. Number 10. Number 10. The dash of the new king will take place next week. The dash of the new king will take place next week. The dash of the new king will take place next week. A. Re-election. Re-election. R-E, put hyphen then election. re-election. Re-election. B, demotion. Demotion. B, demotion. C, coronation. C, coronation. D, readmission. D, a hyphen. After R-E, hyphen, then admission. Readmission. Readmission. So that's the assignment we have for today. I give you 2 assignments. One has 10 questions. The other one has 10 questions too. Please do this assignment. In our next English class, we will do what? Discuss this assignment. Am I communicating? Please make sure you do the assignment, okay? Please use your dictionary, get your English textbook, get your phone, if you have access to internet, search the reason for each of. Don't just come here and be telling me, no, you must tell me the reason why you are picking any. Remember the way we do our assignment, the way we review our assignment, we call it assignment review. First, are you listening? Remember the way we review our assignment. Any answer you're giving me here, you must tell me the reason why you are choosing the answer and reason why you are not choosing the other options. Very, very important, okay? If you're able to do that, that means you know the thing. Even if you are sleeping, they wake you up tomorrow to write it. You to do what? That's because you know everything about that topic. That's what we are doing here. What do we have tomorrow? Tomorrow is what? Any assignment on chemistry? What is the assignment about? Is that the only assignment I give us on chemistry? No, that one is different. I mean here. When we get there, we continue with that one. I'm talking about the one here. Only vulcanizer's what? Solution. Okay. Oh yeah, you that came in, pick it now. You do it. Look it up. What's the question self? Look at your. Okay, you get with it here.
An essay about organizer solution, the components and the uses.
Okay. Festus, the assignment that we are going to review tomorrow, pick it up, go back to your house now, start working on it, because tomorrow everybody will partake in the assignments. Not only those. So far you are here now, put it down. Go and research on it. Go to internet, research on it. Vulcanizers what? Solution. Just a brief essay on it. What is vulcanizer solution? What is the components of vulcanizer? VULCANIZE, right? Solution. What is it? What is it? Then the component. What is the component of vulcanizer solution? Then we talk about the uses. What is the application? What is it used for? That's the assignment for chemistry. And we review it as we come here tomorrow. We review it before we'll continue with our chemistry lecture. Uses, yes. The components. Then after analyzing, you now tell me whether it is a mixture, a compound, or a what? Solution. You tell me whether it is a mixture, a compound, or an element, okay? Good. That's what you do in our next tomorrow. Please, 4 p.m. dot, please, we'll start. All right, any question? Any question? Any question? Any question? All right, see you tomorrow. God bless you.